Hey everybody, Dr. Ed here, and we are back with some more Magic Arena. But this time we have a Pauper event we want to do, and I have been bored and brewing some things, taking other things from like some Reddit suggestions I've seen, and decided to do a few videos on some fun, and if not fun, at least easy to play decks for Pauper event. But for our first video, we're going to be looking at Flying High, our over the air, hit 'em with birds, white weenie deck. So just to do a quick look at this one here, we are running 4 Deviant Strikes, or sorry, not Deviant, Defiant Strikes. In this case, it's basically a cantrip with a bonus, so you got a +1/+0, make favorable trades if you need some extra damage or healing from your lifelink, more the better, and it just draws you a new card, fantastic. Healer's Hawk is our 1/1 flyer for 1 with lifelink. It is what it is. We're going to be poking them down. We have ways to make it beefier. Love it. Definitely run 4 copies of it if it's one of your better cards. Falcon, it's just another cheap 1-drop that flies. A little bit easier to keep alive in regards to sweepers like Cosmotronic Wave, but yeah, it's a 1/2. We'll see what we can do with it as we play. Reproach was a weird one. I kind of wanted to try, instead of a Reproach, running Summary Judgments, but there's not all that many cards that actually require the 5 damage oomph that Summary Judgment does that Gideon's Reproach just doesn't hit. Whereas I expect there to be a decent amount of vigilant creatures in the format, and at least Gideon's Reproach can deal with that, whereas if they're not tapping, you're not really going to be judging them. So with that being said, Knight's Pledge, it's an aura 2/2 for 2. Not all that much for removal, ideally. A lot of them are going to be doing low to the floor, hit you hard, hit you fast. So we get one of these on our Healer's Hawk. It's a 3/3 in the air lifelinker. What's more to love? And there we go. Silverbeak Griffin. It's a bear. It's a bear with a bonus. It's a 2/2 flyer for 2. It's fine. Dub's cool. It lets you trade with basically anything with first strike, which is always great. But, you know, it's cool. Does what it does. Exalted Sky Marcher, the 2/3 for 3. Ideally, I would love a 3/3 flyer for 3, but that's not going to happen at common. Luminous Bonds, some removal. They got something big in the air that you don't want to deal with. Something big on the ground just caving your face in. Let's get rid of it, essentially. Squire's Devotion is going to be one of our really cool cards that I enjoy, just because it lets you just steal a little bit more life, because we're not going to be blocking hardly ever with this deck. So our only way to keep our life total up is just stealing it from them. So we're going to be getting lifelink on whatever we equip this onto. We're going to be creating a little token that can chomp and lifelink as well. We got our healing patrol for our top end. In this case, another flyer, 2/3 for 4. Body's a little bit weaker, but it's going to have a mentor, which will be able to mentor up our Healer's Hawks, mentor up our Rustwing Falcon. If we get an aura on it, we can just keep that chain going. And then a spicy one of Angel of Dawn. In this case, it gives 1 pump effect as soon as it comes in. It's a 3/3 for 5, but if we have a bunch of birds out on the field, that 1/1 on everything could easily swing us the game. So with that being said, let's get this show on the road and let's see how this deck does. Okay, so we're going to be doing our first video with our Flying High mono white deck. This is about a minute after the event's gone live, so we're probably doing one of the first Pauper games in general. I'm fine with a keep here. We have a 2-drop, we have some removal, we have some pomp in regards to Knight's Pledge, Dub. Of course, we're stuck on 2 mana, but I'm not too concerned with that as it is, because we have multiple 2 mana plays currently. Opponent whips out a Guildgate. Okay. Let's see if we can organize here. Again, would love to hit an actual land drop coming up. That'd be pretty nice. Opponent has some instant speed interaction coming up here. Ooh. Unexplained disappearance. Feels bad. Well, we did get 2 for 1 there. That's a bit of a bummer. But we did hit that 3rd land. So let's get our Sky Marcher out, just because it's a little bit better of a body than our Griffin would be in the same slot. Opponent plays Jungleborn Pioneer. I remember a hexproof deck being a thing that was also run in a previous Pauper event. It's been a while. I don't remember if that one actually saw all that much play, but I do definitely remember it. Let's see if opponent has another bounce spell. It really wouldn't surprise me if they did, though. We just gotta wait for the very awkward highlighting to happen, where we just see our Exultant Sky Marcher in all of its glory just taken out. Nope, but he is giving his little token flying. That's cool. That's fun. So he's swinging in for 4, so we're trading blows pretty well here. If we hit another land drop, though, we can curve right into Parhelion, which makes it a really good blocker for this guy here. We don't really have a fantastic mentor target up yet, but see how this goes. We're going to swing in. He's holding priority. He could definitely have another bounce in hand. Thankfully, the color he's running, yep, there's the bounce, of course, doesn't really run that much hard removal. I mean, it's working hard on us just because of our auras, but we're still doing okay. We can still block in the air against this Merfolk token. So yeah, at least in regard, yeah, getting some more counters out. They're getting a really hard to kill beater here. Angel of Dawn's not really something we would like to see as it is. So we are able to swing in for now. With our Vigilance on Parhelion, we're able to keep that one held back to deal with the Jungleborn Pioneer. So now that Stealth Mission is done and over with, we do potentially have the option of double blocking this in the air. They'll be able to 1-for-1 it, but we'll be able to get rid of the Arcane Flight. All depends on what they're running for combat tricks. Come on, buddy. I don't think this is worth us blocking as it stands. Could be a wild growth or something else that he has access to. So we're getting down to 8. So as far as a straight up race is concerned, we're not winning it. Pretty soon we are going to have to start holding back blockers. But we are getting access to our very own combat tricks with Defiant Strike. Not as potent, some may say, but it's something that can buff us up in a way that might allow us to force a trade with a double block or something. So let's see. So we're going to swing in with Parhelion. Is this going to be, let's see, turn target creature back to its own thing. That's cool. Now, what was triggering flash on that? Is that just Merfolk shenanigans? Yeah, it has flash as long as you control a Merfolk. Okay, okay. So he's definitely hitting us with some real tempo plays here. Card draw, bounce, hexproof flying token. It's pretty solid. Jade Guardian. Put a 1/1 count on target Merfolk. That's scary. I wonder who's getting the counter here. Let's see. I think we're in a situation where we have to 2-for-1 ourselves just to get rid of this Merfolk here. I'm not happy about it at all. But as it stands, it's only getting bigger, which is a problem for sure. So I'm thinking we're just going to slam down our Parhelion. Gonna be able to block one of their creatures, assuming they don't have anything too tricky. Yeah, hexproof shenanigans are fun. Yeah, at this point I don't see us winning this one. They're gonna swing in for 4 here. I'm going to have to get out another 4 attack out just to deal with the Guardian. It has hexproof, so that's definitely a thing. Rustwing doesn't do it. Yeah, we're going to have to play... I'm going to say we're doing Rustwing, Silverbeak. Yeah, or we can hold up mana for Gideon's Reproach. Yeah, I think that might be the thing we do. Opponent's hitting us with the GGs, which I'm not too appreciative of, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We still have an out. Double block. Gideon's Reproach to deal with their 2/2 on the ground. They do have a handful of probably useful cards to them. I never realized how many aura-based enchantments gave flying. Okay. Come on, let's see how this goes. Does he have something else? Okay, if that's all he has, we are fine. Because we can go here. Double block that. Gideon's Reproach this. He'll only be able to kill one of our creatures here. And we're still in it. Okay, thank God. So we're going to swing on in. We are able to play this. We are able to play this. So now we definitely have a board presence. Opponent might have been a bit early on the GGs. Let's see what we can do. Because we have Luminous Bonds. If they don't have a hexproof creature right as it is, that is a hexproof creature. So that's a bit of a bummer. So we're definitely going to have to hold back something to block the Jade Guardian. At that point, let's see here. We swing in with all three. If they don't have a flyer, we have lethal next turn, so I am fine blocking with Parhelion. Yeah, because we have 5 damage in the air next turn. Okay, so they have a little reach buddy. That buys them some time. Not really, because we have Luminous Bonds, but I will show you the part I'm really excited for. Is the part where I go, GG's back. And then we just swing in for lethal. And giving a really good middle finger to our opponent here, who got real cocky. That feels good. Sorry, Aziki, you tried. I know, it was my first Pauper game this event. Yours too, I'm assuming, but you can't win them all. It happens, man. There's no hate here. Yeah, let's jump into our next game. Okay, so we're getting into our next game with Brainwasher. And we have quite an aggressive lineup. We have the Rustwing into Silverbeak into Rustwing and Knight's Pledge. Depending on what kind of removal they're running, we could have a pretty aggressive flying boy turn going in. Let's see how our flying boys do. So, of course, we're running a swamp. So, just based on that alone, they're going to be running probably Omnic Solace, some bounce, some removal. Rats. Rats. It's okay. We have removal in our own way. It's not the best removal for rats, but let's just see how fast we can get in here. So this is just going to be an outright race. We are up against the literal devil. Luminous Bonds will be able to stall a rat, but that's about all it can do. Now let's see what our options here are going to be. I'm really wishing these Rustwings now were one of our Healer Hawks, but let's see how this goes. What we are going to do is get our Griffin into a 4/4, play Rusty. Swing with all. We're definitely going to block whatever we can with this Falcon down here. Between these two, we have them on a 3-turn clock, because we're swinging in for 5 each turn. At this point, I'm hoping just to draw into creatures, just to get chump blockers out. With everything that can attack, trading with rat colonies. Because right now they're swinging for 10, which is very scary. Perfect, that's basically what I wanted to see here. Again, this isn't ideal removal in any sense of the word, because he's still going to be able to buff all the other rat colonies they get out. But it might be able to slow them down a bit. Depends on what's in their hand. If they just have land or something else, they might peter out here. But right now they have potentially 12 damage on the board. Depends on if they have enough, if they have the double rat colony in hand, which they do. So they'll be able to have 12 swinging in. I'm going to block one of them, because that would lethal us here. Now imagine how different this could have been if this one, this Rustwing Falcon we had earlier, instead of was a Healer's Hawk. I just want you to think of that for a second. Trying to figure out if anything really saves our bacon here. So let's see, we can get in for 5. Defiant Strike will let us get in for double block. Lets them still swing in for, you know, I'm trying to think. What can we do that helps us here? We hold back blockers. They'll be able to kill Silverbeak. They'll still be able to get in 7 damage at most. I think this game is done. We're just gonna, let's just see. Maybe we can just chain Defiant Strikes. 5. Oh, we were really close though. So we got opponent down to 1 HP, but they're rats. They have this in the bag now. I'm just curious if they drew into the double rat colony. Don't oops me, you bitch. Even holding back, all we would be doing is stalling out. I don't even think we could have prevented lethal with 2 rats there. But yeah, let's just jump into another one. Okay, so for our third game, we're up against Devastator 101. See if we draw into something decent. I don't mind this. We don't have our Healer's Hawk into Knight's Pledge, which is a bit of a bummer. Hasn't shown up, I think, at all, really. Opponent is mulling down to 6. And he bottoms whatever was on top, which is a good sign for us. Oh, mountain. Oh. Mono red, brother, I understand. So there's a decent chance this just gets shocked right out of the air this turn. No, it does not. Okay. So now we're going to get our Sky Marcher out. So we have 2-2 and a 2-3 on the board. We have Knight's Pledge, which we will probably throw at the Sky Marcher, I think. Changed my mind. We're not throwing it at the Sky Marcher. And he's running blue, too. Okay, what are you playing, opponent? Same thing. Let's get another burb out. Swinging for 2. He could very well have another skewer, and if that's the case, well, it happens. Targeting the Sky Marcher again. There's the skewer, but hey, a skewer to my boy is a skewer not in my face. What are we dealing with here? We have the mana for a Reproach as well, so I'm fine with just pumping our burb, swinging on in. Because if we're just racing this dude right now, I'm okay with this. We have Reproach. They're going to have 2 damage with that one out. Radical Idea. Man, there's so many cards I forget are printed at common, too. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of one of their boys here. Because this definitely is a good tempo play for us. They're getting 2 in a turn, we're getting 4. Ideally, we draw into something not garbage. And you know what's not garbage? Parhelion. Because right now, what's putting a hold is their Radical Idea. Which they're going to use now. Dump the land, I'm guessing. Parhelion lets us block Lava Runner quite easily, and Griffin has them on lethal on board in 2 turns. And there's the scoop. We win. Sometimes the games will go easy as that with very minimal interaction. In all honesty, that first game was a bit of an outlier. But yeah, it's going to be a bit short on this one. I have a bunch of other Pauper decks to go through today, so let's get that show on the road. Thanks so much for watching. If you like it, cool, leave a comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Catch y'all next time. Bye for now, everybody!